Hi, Brian Hirsch here with ThermalStrike. Today we're going to talk about our newest product, the ThermalStrike Ranger. It's our most innovative design and it's also the simplest to use. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's begin by opening up the box. The first thing you're going to want to remove from the ThermalStrike Ranger box is the plastic base. This base is inserted into the bottom of the ThermalStrike in order to keep it stable during use. Slide the ThermalStrike Ranger out of the box and remove it from its plastic bag. The first thing you're going to notice is how small and compact the ThermalStrike Ranger is. This is honestly its best feature. It allows you to keep it stored away, out of sight, anywhere in your home. But before we get into the unit itself, let's first talk about the all-important instruction manual. We do encourage you to read through this thoroughly. It'll give you all the safety instructions and the proper use instructions of how to get the most out of your ThermalStrike Ranger to help keep you bedbug free. Flip the Ranger over on its back and you'll notice that it's secured with two clasps. Simply unbuckle them and begin to unfold the Ranger. As you do, you'll notice the integrated timer. The timer is one of the best features of the ThermalStrike Ranger because it makes its use so simple. We'll talk about this part of the product a little bit later. However, one thing I do want you to pay attention to is that it plugs into a basic 110 outlet. So if you live anywhere in the United States, you're ready to go. Unfold the ThermalStrike Ranger completely and take your plastic base. You're going to want to insert this into the Ranger at the very bottom of the unit. Now that the ThermalStrike Ranger is standing upright and you've already inserted the plastic base plate, you can begin treating items. The ThermalStrike Ranger easily accommodates most carry-on bags. Simply take your luggage, place it inside the ThermalStrike Ranger, close the lid, and begin treating. On the inside of ThermalStrike is where the most innovative designs have taken place. We utilize what's called heat conductors. This is greatly different from what you'll see on other heaters on the market because we don't have fans or blowers or really any type of fire hazard. The great part about heat conductors is that they run through the PVC style inside and surround whatever you're treating with six-sided heat. The great part about six-sided heat is that it penetrates through luggage or clothes or book bags, really driving the heat in to make sure that every life stage of bedbug will be killed. You always want to seal the ThermalStrike Ranger with a nice heavy-duty zipper on the outside. Once the zipper's closed, we can make sure that any bedbugs that might be on the top of your products can't crawl out during the heating process. Now that we have our luggage inside the ThermalStrike Ranger and we've zippered the top closed, we can begin the heating process. On the integrated timer, you'll notice a green light. This means that your unit is plugged in and ready to begin heating. Once you set your unit to either 2, 4, or 8 hours, you'll notice that a blue light turns on. The blue light lets you know that your ThermalStrike Ranger is actively treating your goods, and the light will turn off once the time expires. Once you're done treating the goods, let's go over how to break down and put away your ThermalStrike Ranger for easy storage. Simply remove the plastic base from the inside of the ThermalStrike Ranger and set it aside. Then, from the bottom, begin folding the Ranger into itself. At this point, I like to take the timer and put it underneath so it gets out of the way. Fold the Ranger over one more time, close the lid, and snap the buckle shut. Your Ranger is now ready to be stored underneath the bed, in a closet, or conveniently out of the way, fulfilling its purpose as a small, compact, easy to use, but very effective bedbug treatment device.